Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Friday, May 5th, 2017, and I was supposed to be heading up to the west branch of the Delaware River today to go fishing with my dad, but we had some pretty nasty weather move through overnight into this morning and pretty much blew everything out. Nothing's really fishable up there, so we decided to postpone our trip a couple of weeks. But I was already keyed up to go fishing, so I decided to hit up a couple of local spots. First on my list was this place, which normally does pretty well after rain. As you can see, we got some stormwater coming in here. It's rocking pretty well, and that usually puts the feed bag on for these fish. So hopefully, even though my trip was canceled or postponed, I'll be able to put something together today. So let's see what we can do here. There we go. Pickerel, get out of those weeds. This is a pretty nice one. No. I'm gonna slide him on up here. That is definitely a decent pickerel. He's not hooked too badly either. There we go. Not too bad. He's not a 4-pound West Branch brown trout, but as a plan B, not too bad. Get him back in the water. Oh, that window wasn't here a second ago. Wonder what that's going to do to the bite. Hopefully it'll make it better. There's a fish. Oh, he's off. That looked like another pickerel. Throw back out there, see if we'll come back and get it. That was him, and he came back and got it, and he bit it right off. Alright. I think I'm going to have to put on a leader. I got some 8-pound fluoro in my bag. Hopefully that'll help out a little bit. Seeing a ton of bluegill around here. I don't think I'm going to mess around with those today, but who knows? If I see any big ones, I might change my mind. Alright, so I made my way into this creek arm. It's got some real muddy water in it. So I'm going to switch to a buzzbait. See if that won't tickle anyone's fancy out here. Boy, this wind is starting to swirl quite a bit. I wonder if we're going to have storms blowing in. The forecast said there was a chance of storms this afternoon and this evening. Maybe this is the front end of it. Who knows? If that's true, that might perk the bite up a little bit and get these fish feeding before the downpour starts. There we go. Fish on. Little largemouth. Sucked down that buzzbait. Oh, and he just flopped off into the water. No fuss. He's fine. Cool. Glad to see some buzzbait action today. That's always fun. Alright, well, I couldn't resist. There are a ton of bluegill popping right in front of me, so I'm going to toss this little panfish jig around for a little bit, see if I can't get a few. Some of them look pretty big too. There's a fish. There's the bluegill. This is a small one. This is not the biggest one I've seen out here. If they were all this size, I don't think I'd be doing this. There we go. That was a little bit better. Well, he inhaled that jig too. Absolutely choked it. Okay, so in addition to some of these big bluegill that I'm seeing a lot of larger splashes here as well that I know are not bluegill. So I tied on this little Rebel Pop R to see if I could tempt one up from the depths. I don't know, big bluegill will hit this thing too, so if I can get this thing untangled from the rod tip. There we go. Now I just need to get it untangled from the front hook, and I think we're finally ready. Let's do this. Okay, well, that popper looked like it was scaring more fish than it was attracting, so gonna go the subtle route this time. I got this wacky rigged black and blue Senko that I'm gonna pitch around. We'll see if they want something a little slower, a little less splashy. There we go. Oh, look at that! A crappie on a Senko, on a wacky rigged Senko. Not quite a slab, but he's not bad. Alright everybody, looks like we got some rain moving in, so I'm going to call it quits for this evening. Didn't get to do what I really wanted, which was fish the West Branch for some lunker trout, but this wasn't too bad. Managed to get a pickerel, a bass, a couple sunfish, a crappie, a grand slam of sorts, so can't really argue with that. Anyway, thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you on the next adventure.